All right, guys, back with more Pokemon here with you. Gold and Silver, Karl, Keith, it's what we do. So
I'm in Azalea Town. They're talking about Slowpoke Tails.
yeah, I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, Team Rocket is kind of being dicks, so I've got to sort this out. But before I do that, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below if you like us and want to see more. Go ahead and click that little bell icon.
Ding, ding, ding.
And I believe I promised you guys a story.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So back in 4th gen, breeding was kind of a little more streamlined than this gen and 3rd gen. And it's when I picked the game back up and I started doing a bunch of breeding. Just because it kind of, the idea of it interests me, and I wanted to be a very good breeder.
Mm-hmm.
So I had gotten my hands on a couple of pretty good EVs. And back then, in order to figure out their IVs, you actually had to like use a calculator and rare candies. You had to like load your game, give them 100 rare candies, like write down their level, their stats at level 1, give them 100 rare candies, write down their stats at level 100, compare them, and you were able to figure out their IVs that way. It was a real pain in the dick.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I would not want to breed.
So, but I was insane and had a lot of time on my hands, so I started breeding. Well, because you needed a bunch of rare candies, I had bought a bunch of rare candies while I was breeding a couple of EVs. Just EV's good trading fodder. If you have an EV, you can be like, hey, do you want a well-bred EV? Like, it has high IVs, here you go.
Because it can be a hassle to get those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you want them.
So I had two EVs in the daycare center to do their thing.
The Love Hotel.
And, rode my bike back and forth, picked up eggs, put them in a box until I had a box full of EV eggs. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to switch to hatching and checking their IVs and all of that. There was a problem, though, that I hadn't quite thought of. I'd spent all my money on rare candy. And in Gen 4, in order to pick a Pokemon up, you had to pay because it worked like the daycare center. So you paid depending on how many levels they had gained. And both of them had gained a ton of levels. And I didn't have the money to pick up either Eevee. So the issue was like I was trying to figure out how to get money, but while I was trying to get the money, they kept breeding. And so,
oh, man.
I think you got a call in that game every time there was an egg. I can't remember, but I do remember by the time it was all said and done, I had like 5 boxes of Eevee eggs.
Yeah.
I still have some of those Eevee in my Pokemon bank.
Yeah, I just remember you saying like you would like go in there and try to like pay for it, and then like you would take a few steps and come back like, oh, Pokemon, or no, you're going between the egg person and the person in the daycare.
Yeah.
And as soon as you would do that, it'd be like, sorry, my sister wants to talk to you or whatever.
Yeah.
You were like stuck. You couldn't end the loop.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that sounds so horrible. That sounds so horrible.
Yeah, because they would
they'd breed so fast.
Well, they'd let you know if you tried to leave and they had an egg too. They'd be like, oh, we have something for you.
Yeah.
You're like, stop it. By the time I managed to get the money to get them out, they had both leveled up to 99. Actually, I think one hit 100.
Oh my gosh.
But the other one was like at 99. But it was a ridiculous amount of money I had to pay.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's one thing, speaking of breeding, I came in kind of late in the game, but there's one thing they added to Sun and Moon that I loved so much. I loved the Judge, how like you could do it on the PC.
Right.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And then I loved actually when you put them in the quote unquote daycare. Like I liked how they didn't add levels.
Right.
It was just 500 flat, boom, and like you could set a Pokemon like especially passing egg moves, just set it in there and keep it, and you could always have that.
Right.
If it egg breed was something else, you know.
I had a Ditto in there. I still do, I think, actually.
Yeah.
The guards up top took off when I shouted at them, but then I took a tumble down the well. I slammed hard on my back, so I can't move. Yeah, whatever.
Don't know. Yep, I had a feeling. He's flying normal. And Peck sure does hit him. That's nice. How can you peck a ghost?
I
mean, yeah. That's the case, then old Swayze over there would have had a lot easier time.
Yeah. Yeah, the I know we haven't been talking very much about like as we progress, but the current situation here is there's slowpokes in the well, and Team Rocket, in their infinite wisdom, has taken over the well to cut the tails off slowpokes because it's a delicacy, and they're selling these cooked slowpoke tails, but it's obvious where they're getting them. So, I mean, it's
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to get over there to the slowpoke party. I got behind in that stupid Bellsprout tower. Lolong was not loved in there. He was public enemy number 1. That'd be one party a water type would not go to is
Bellsprout
party.
Well, it's fine. It gives me time to relax and kind of level up weight. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, see, I almost lost a Pokemon there being stupid. Yeah, I almost did. It's funny because sometimes with Pokemon, and you guys know this, you get in a groove. You kind of just go about it, and if you're not careful, you go, "What am I doing? Like, what happened there?" So
I find myself kind of zoning out, looking at your screen as I'm doing babbles.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, I think the level. I don't know when. Are you about to, like, how close would you say you are to actually fighting the gym?
A ways. I have to beat Team Rocket, and then I get to fight.
What's crazy is Rocky's not listening to me. Like, my Onyx, he's only level 11. Like, what the heck? He's not level, like, 20.
Well, you did get him in a trade.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
He's staying in, but he's being a jerk.
I think mine actually may not be listening to me either. I just haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, earlier I was like, do Screech, and he said he did Tackle instead, and I was like, okay, fine. I mean, whatever, just do it.
Because the first badge in this game actually doesn't increase your level that you can...
It doesn't?
No. It only increases your Pokemon's attack power. It makes it to where they do more damage. That's it.
I remember you telling me the badges were a little different in this one, so...
Since there's twice as many,
16.
they kind of spread it out.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. What's up, Daniel? Oh, with your Onyx. Alright. Well, mine's not listening to me, so lucky for you, we're not going to have that. But this is where Lolong is actually a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I don't have a good water type. I can never bring myself to use a Wooper, so...
Yeah, I caught one still, and I didn't think about it. I have Lolong. Whatever. I guess it was just out of, you're like, hey, I used to use one of you before. Oh. There we go. And, oh, I see, I don't even have water move. I'm tripping.
Well...
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, I think at 14 you get it. Stop taking tails. Yeah, just try to defeat all of us. Well, I mean... Team Rocket was last defeated by a 10-year-old, so I think I'm gonna be fine.
You know, that is one thing that I feel... how old was the character that they kind of give you in Sun and Moon? Are you familiar with that?
I think you're a little bit older.
Yeah, you look a little bit older. And I think we've talked about this before. But man, I'd love to see a Pokemon game where you could, like, it would be like an adult. or you know, like
full create your character kind of open world situation.
That would be cool.
I know starting with X and Y. I think Black and White the characters are a little bit older too. I want to say they're like 13.
Okay.
Or 12-ish.
Well, of course, I didn't play that one, but oh yeah, I did Black and White. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Black and White came out right before X and Y.
Yeah, because I played a little bit of I played a little bit of Black with you, or I think I had White because you had Black.
Did we play Black and White together?
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Because you gave me that DS, one of your old DSs. Yeah. It was right before you went to college. Mm-hmm. Or you were in college and I was about to go to the same college you were. Right. But I ended up going to a different one. But yeah, I remember that. And I cannot leave because this jerk's got me in bind.
I hate fighting Zubat.
Oh, okay. Good. Lolong was just like stuck, just getting just wrapped up. He was like, man. I use Lolong thinking I had a water move. Silly me. I need a water move. Come on, cabbage.
Wings gain some XP. Yeah. Ekans.
Charbuck. I never got why he said Charbuck.
I think the voice actor was just bored.
Let's spice this up a little bit.
They only had like 2 voice actors for all the Pokemon, so in America.
Really?
So, yeah. So they kind of.
That's crazy.
After a while, I guess you'd get kind of bored and be like, "Fuck it." Instead of Arbuck, I'm saying Charbuck because who's gonna stop me?
I
work for 4 kids. Like.
I was actually shocked when I found out that Ash's voice was done by a woman when I found that out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's pretty crazy.
Oh, it's the same with Bart in The Simpsons.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. Oh.
Oh, yeah, bind keeps you from...
Yeah, that's what happened to me earlier. I couldn't get out of the fight. I was like...
Well, this is rap, but it's the same concept.
Same thing.
Yeah. Always forget about that because in later gens, wrap and bind and whatnot really aren't used very much because they're garbage. Like
the garbage.
Yeah, horrible garbage.
Yeah,
I like the idea of the moves.
I mean, it's like a snake-like, animal Pokemon using it. So
let's see.
Mind Whip.
A move that you use that does consistent damage every turn, which still lets you attack every turn, is kind of an interesting premise. I don't... If they were a little bit better, I think they'd be overpowered. And if they were, So, I don't really know a way to fix, like, bind and wrap and constrict.
See, I've never used them much myself, so it's kind of like... I do remember one battle. Sorry to cut you off there. I remember one battle we had when you used this little cute-looking thing, something that somebody would make, like a fur coat out of or something. It was like small.
Oh, Minichino.
Yeah, and you had an item on it that maxed out, and the whole fight it was like 5 times. You do a move and it hit me 5 times, and I was like, oh,
so
5 times. Like, good God.
Or I don't think it was. Chinchino. Minichino is its...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember it was like, what is he doing to me right now?
So it... the item it has actually is King's Rock, which in addition to using it to evolve some Pokemon, when it's attached to a Pokemon, its moves have a chance to flinch. Mm-hmm. And Chinchino has Skill Link. So, that means multi-hit moves always hit their maximum number of possible hits.
Yep.
And then it's loaded down with a bunch of different multi-hit moves.
Yep.
Seed Bomb, yeah, Seed Bomb and Tail Slap. And,
Tail Slap. I remember that one.
But each hit has a chance.
To crit.
No, not to crit. Well, yeah, to
or
crit.
To make you flinch, wasn't
but
it?
to make you flinch.
That's what
yeah.
it was. That's what it was.
It's all about luck, and I'm not even gonna pretend it's not, but
it was impressive.
Yeah, if you get a lucky streak, you can completely wipe an entire team with the damn thing.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, "What's going on here?" And it's not like it was particularly like super strong.
No,
but it would just be like flinch. Oh no! Then you get stuck and you get hit 5 times. Boom, 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 boom,
and you flinch.
Like, oh, yep. It was well done. I think the reason why that was brought up in my mind is I had seen one of those Pokemon when I was playing on Sun and Moon, and I was like, wait a minute.
Oh no.
I've seen this before.
Without skill link, they're actually not very good. So
yeah.
I think they have Cheat Pouch or something like that.
Something that's just kind of like
yeah.
Whoop. Oh, coughing. Coughing.
I hate fighting Team Rocket.
Yeah, it's crazy because Team Rocket is really like the same thing over and over.
Well, most of the teams are like the same crap Pokemon over and over, which
Rattata and I kind of remember coughing and wheezing being kind of regulars for him.
Yeah.
Poison type was always kind of
Zubat. That's my thing. I don't like fighting Zubat, so I don't like fighting Team Rocket because they bring Zubat.
Yeah.
Let's see if Rocky's listening to me. Nope, he's not.
Nope.
See, I wasn't paying attention earlier, so...
You were talking about the Eevee story, and I was laughing about that, and then I saw he was acting that way, and I laughed at that too, and I was just like, whatever.
Okay. I guess I'll use Spike.
Yeah, I'm keeping him, but, partly because I don't want to work on that Geodude.
Right.
I mean, this thing is already pretty good.
That's the problem using traded Pokemon sometimes.
Seeing all my... Look at this. 10, 11, 11, 12, 12.
See,
I like it, baby.
Spike is head and shoulders above the rest. But I think I only have 4 Pokemon plus the egg. So...
Yeah, I have 5 plus the egg. That's the difference, man. Anytime we played a Pokemon game together, and speaking of which, since the last time we sit down and played, we talked about this too. We played ORAS together too.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah, and what's funny is every time we played a game, you breeze through it and you're like, "Oh, I beat it," and I'm like, "Man, I got like 3 gems left. Like, what are you doing?" "Oh, I just beat it. I'm in game now." It's like blows my mind.
Blows
my mind.
I've even gone to the point of restricting myself with none of my Pokemon from the Pokemon Bank. I think this last time when I played Ultra Sun, I used a different starter. I can't remember what it was, but as first chance I got, I swapped out my starter with...
You used I think you picked the Litten on this one?
No, I ended up I picked Litten just to get going, but once I got to the point where I could activate the Pokemon Bank, I swapped it with something else.
So you went Primarina?
No.
The first time you played was... Oh, okay,
no,
I get what you're saying.
I swapped with a completely different Pokemon.
I get what you're saying. I thought you were talking about you switched to one of the other 3 starters for Alola. I was like, wait, the first time you played, you used Rowlet.
Rowlet, yeah.
And then you used Litten, so I'm like, you used the Primarina? Like, what?
No, I picked Litten just because I wanted a Litten.
Right.
But then, I'm trying to remember, I think I used Absol.
Yeah. See, I liked, and isn't it Incineroar? Is the last...
No, I don't know.
I can't remember. I haven't played that one as much, but I do remember I liked the final evolution of Litten a lot. I liked it was Fire Dark. It was pretty strong. I liked it a lot. Ooh. There we go. Hearing the jingle in the head. There we go.
What was it? Rowlett's final form, Decidui, or however you say it.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm always eerie about saying it.
I like it.
It was missing something.
Yeah, its Z move is really cool.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is kind of missing something. It feels like it could be really good, but it's not.
Right. And see, what's interesting is the first time you played, you picked it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I went fire type. And then I was like, when we got Ultra, I was like, okay, I'm going to try a different one. And I get, Primarina and all that. I only say that because I know the last form the best with the name.
I can't remember what
that's pretty good. Water, fairy. Okay, it's pretty good. But I don't want to deal with all that to get there. So I went with Rowlett. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, we'll see what Karl's talking about. And I felt the same way. Like, once it got to that last form, I was like, and I used it for, a little bit longer. I was like, no, it's just not what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
It's almost like it wants to be tricky, but it's not.
Yeah. I think its moveset kind of limits it to a point. I don't know what it is.
Not as bad as like Flareon's moveset back in the day. Before it got actual physical fire moves. Yeah. For a long time, Flareon was built to be completely physical, and it was fire type, which was kind of a rarity in that era. And then, just to fuck him, they didn't give Flareon any physical fire type moves.
Right, it was all like specials.
Yeah. So, really badly built. They I think it was X and Y where they gave him Flame Char. No, or
I think it was around the time I started picking it up. But I do remember, or what I was gonna say is, like, could you imagine like all the Eevee like evolutions sitting around, Flareon's over there like, I got better stats, but man, screw you guys. Like, they really is kind of funny.
Yeah, Flareon definitely had the best physical moves, like the physical stats for an Eevee evolution. Before, I'm trying to remember the fairy type.
Sylveon. I use Sylveon. I actually like Sylveon a lot. I just really, I get its fairy type, and but it's just crazy because I have a male Sylveon in Sun and Moon right now, and it's just funny when you see a male Sylveon like with all the bows and all the stuff all over it, and you're kind of like maybe have like a variation of the male and the female, kind of, but they made them really pretty.
Like, instead of having like a bow in its hair, even if it just had the same bow but as a bow tie, I think that would be.
It did have an actual like a bow tie instead of like the big just little differences, like they did the female Pikachu and the male Pikachu, the tail was different, like little things like that. But I like Sylveon a lot, actually. Very strong.
My favorite fairy type would still have to be Mimikyu.
Mimikyu is well done. I remember us sitting talking about that, like, man, they did that really well.
I'm super impressed with that Pokemon. I thought it was going to be, because every generation has the Pikachu clone, so I was fully expecting some sort of crappy Pikachu clone,
like Pikablue.
Well, yeah, like Meryl or Pachirisu or Minun or Plusle or Dendene, which actually, spoiler for future battle.
Oh, I already know. You've told me you made one.
I think I have a Dendene.
Yeah.
Or a however you say it.
Steel Electric.
No, that's a Togedemaru.
Oh, Togedemaru. Yeah,
I have a pretty good Togedemaru too, but
I think I know what you're talking about, because I remember you telling me, like, I've been working on this one, and in my head I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
You're just good, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. You're like a mad scientist in the lab with Pokemon, man.
Well, and you know, about half the time it blows up in my face and doesn't work out quite right. But it's fun to spend the time to breed one. You know, get the moves, get, you know, everything that you want on one, and then try it out. And
yeah.
It's one of those things that half the time it doesn't work, but it's fun to see it when it actually does.
Right.
Like that Chimecho or Chimecho.
Right.
I always pronounce it wrong. The Chimecho that I have.
Oh, thank God.
When I used it against you, you just one hit it, and that was it. Online, I had a guy rage quit because of a freaking Chimecho.
Well, I have my moments sometimes, I guess.
All right. So I took care of Team Rocket.
What a jerk. This guy wants to fight right when I get out?
Yeah.
He's like, I got through, but I have plenty of energy. Well, I don't. You jerk. Oh, man.
All right. He gave me a lure ball, and I think if I give him an apricorn,
yeah, I do.
Yeah, he'll make me a Pokemon. But I won't be able to pick it up until next time we sit down and play.
That's right.
But yeah, I cleared out the whale. The whale. Yes, I've chased Team Rocket out of the whale. No, I cleared the well of Team Rocket. So,
oh, man.
all before you even made it to Azalea.
I know.
This isn't a race or anything, but I'm winning.
I mean, I really didn't expect, honestly, to keep up with you. I played enough of these to know, you know.
Well,
you fly, man, and it's impressive.
If I keep getting off track and telling stories and whatnot, then we'll stay pretty close. So I'm cool with that.
I can imagine you playing just like focused, like holy crap, man. I bet that's impressive. See, Rocky is being a jerk right now, right. And that's actually weak to that, so that's not good.
But see, when you get into town, there's a Team Rocket grunt standing in front of the gym, like, "Oh, I'm a Team Rocket grunt. You can't come in." So,
got another fight.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to fight him. You have to clear Team Rocket out of town.
I got you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch now, because Rocket's gonna take this hit.
Let's see if I can.
Yep. All right, and
oh shit!
You didn't heal?
No, I healed. I just. Let's see how good you are. Ugh. Freaking rival. I forgot I named him Butt.
Yeah, I remember. That's why I was like, let's see if he remembers.
Butt sent out Ghastly.
Ooh.
Ugh. See if I can actually gain the advantage here and be able to hit him with normal type moves. So he won't be able to lick me, but I'll be able to tackle him.
Oh.
Hypnosis. Well, what are you gonna do? Use hypnosis on me again? Like
this jerk is knocking out everything I have. I was pretty beat up, and I didn't have any potions. And it didn't work. Yeah, I didn't have any potion, or I was low on potions.
Right.
I was like, dang it.
I should have bought Awakening.
Thank you, Casper. Well, I found an Awakening there, but...
Alright. No.
Anthony,
oh, yes, I did.
You murked me, bro. Caught me when I was weak. And then Joey has to call me. Just pour sugar and syrup all over me. I'm like a pancake. I'm done. These guys over here.
I actually skipped Anthony. Like he was looking the other way when I walked.
Oh. Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, the other guy walked by, but not you."
There we go. Oh, fuck! Come on.
That guy's gonna try to fight me, isn't he?
No, he's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm keeping people from falling in the well."
Oh, good. I don't get 2 craps then, because I gotta heal. I don't give a crap. Sorry, team. Some of you took the loss.
This Ghastly just whooping me. Well, not really. It's just putting
you to sleep.
Putting me to sleep and reducing my tackle PP.
Ooh. Awesome. Well, as Karl is taking naps here trying to fight this Ghastly, and seems like I finally made it into town. We're going to end the episode here. But we greatly appreciate you guys, and make sure you check out our Twitter, Second Players number 2ND. Keep you in the loop with the content and everything with it. So thank you guys so much.
Have a good one.